Divorce secrets. Today, Nicole Kidman filed for divorce from her husband of 19 years, country star Keith Urban. We've obtained the paperwork, and it reveals that while news of the split is just coming out, behind the scenes, the power couple has been working this out for weeks. Jim Murray has the very latest.
After nearly 2 decades together, one of Hollywood's most beloved love stories has just come to an end. Nicole Kidman has officially filed for divorce from Keith Urban, confirming what fans had feared since whispers of their separation began. Married since 2006 with 2 daughters and a history of red carpet devotion, they were the couple everyone thought would last. But behind the smiles and anniversary posts, the cracks had already begun to show. From long months apart, her filming Practical Magic 2 in London while he toured the world, to the quiet rumors that Keith had moved into his own place, the writing was on the wall. And now, after 19 years, it's over. But how did a relationship that looked unshakable collapse so suddenly? And what does this mean for Hollywood's golden couple moving forward? It all started at a Hollywood gala in Los Angeles back in 2005. Nicole Kidman was already an Oscar-winning actress. Keith Urban, a rising country star. 2 worlds colliding, 2 careers at their peak, and a spark that felt undeniable. By June 2006, they were married in a candlelit ceremony in Sydney, Australia, with vows that seemed to promise forever. Fans called them a fairy tale couple. Nicole often described Keith as her deep love, and for years they appeared unshakable, walking red carpets hand in hand, celebrating anniversaries with affectionate posts, and raising 2 daughters away from the Hollywood spotlight. But behind the perfect photos was a truth few could see. Even fairy tales come with shadows on the surface. They were still Hollywood's golden couple. But insiders say the strain had been building for years. Nicole poured herself into film after film, from Big Little Lies to Practical Magic 2, while Keith toured relentlessly across continents. Summers were spent apart. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. A source close to the family revealed Nicole didn't want this. She was fighting to save the marriage. But no amount of devotion could bridge the growing distance. Even Keith's friends reportedly saw it coming, whispering that the split felt inevitable. By the time Nicole shared their anniversary post just 3 months ago, some say the writing was already on the wall. Behind the carefully staged smiles, quiet decisions signaled the end. Keith Urban had gotten his own place, a move that those close to him describe as the real turning point. For Nicole, this wasn't just distance, it was detachment. A source explained, once Keith moved out, Nicole knew the marriage was slipping away. The writing was on the wall. It wasn't explosive fights or dramatic scandals. It was something far more painful, a slow erosion of connection. By the time Keith settled into his own space, friends say Nicole's efforts to hold on felt like clinging to smoke. What began as a summer apart for work became a permanent separation. And just like that, nearly 2 decades of marriage began to unravel. For Nicole Kidman, the divorce wasn't just a legal filing, it was heartbreak laid bare. Sources close to her say she didn't want this and had been fighting to save the marriage until the very end. Her sister, Antonia, stepped in as her anchor. Friends describe Antonia as Nicole's rock, holding the family together as the actress leaned on her loved ones for strength. The entire Kidman clan closed ranks, offering a circle of quiet protection from the glare of Hollywood and the whispers of tabloids. Nicole's grief is real, but so is her resilience. Those around her say she's determined not to let the split define her, especially with daughters Sunday Rose and Faith Margaret watching. For Nicole, family isn't just support, it's motivation to stand tall, even when her heart is breaking. Heartbreak aside, Nicole Kidman's life is steeped in the kind of wealth and elegance few can imagine. With a personal fortune estimated at over $250 million, Nicole owns sprawling properties across the globe. Her primary residence is a $4.5 million Nashville estate, once shared with Keith Urban, complete with rolling acres, horse stables, and a private recording studio. In Australia, she keeps a $6.5 million penthouse in Sydney with sweeping views of the harbour, and a countryside retreat where the family often escaped the Hollywood spotlight. Fashion is another stage where Nicole reigns supreme. She's a regular at couture houses like Chanel, Dior, and Balenciaga, often gracing red carpets in gowns worth tens of thousands. Jewelry boxes lined with Cartier and Tiffany sparkle alongside heirloom pieces she's carefully collected. Traveling in style is second nature, whether it's first-class suites on Emirates, private charters during her film shoots, or exotic getaways to the south of France. Nicole doesn't just visit places, she arrives. Even in the storm of divorce, Kidman's lifestyle reflects quiet power, understated, sophisticated, and never out of reach of luxury. Keith Urban may be a country music star, but his fortune of nearly $85 million allows him to live like pure rock royalty. At the height of their marriage, he and Nicole shared not just love, but a sprawling global portfolio of homes, from their Nashville mansion to a $10 million Beverly Hills retreat and a holiday estate in Bunya Hill, Australia, often described as a mini palace on the countryside. On tour, Keith travels in absolute style. His private jet charters and luxury tour buses are kitted out with recording gear, plush interiors, and space for his band to live on the road. Each stop brings him five-star accommodations, often with entire hotel floors reserved exclusively for his entourage. And then there's his collection of cars and guitars. Keith owns rare instruments valued in the millions, including custom Fenders and vintage Gibsons that double as investment pieces. His garages house classic muscle cars, Bentleys, and high-performance SUVs, each tuned to perfection. But where Keith splurges most is in his stage productions. His High and Alive World Tour reportedly cost over $30 million to produce, featuring custom light shows, pyrotechnics, and stadium-level sound systems that blur the line between a concert and a cinematic experience. Even amid a split, one thing is undeniable. Keith Urban lives a life where luxury isn't just comfort, it's performance. For nearly 2 decades, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban were Hollywood's golden couple. Red carpets, anniversaries, and declarations of love that seemed unshakable. Yet, behind the glamour, even the strongest unions can fracture. Nicole remains the picture of timeless elegance, with a fortune of over $250 million, global properties, couture wardrobes, and a career that continues to dominate Hollywood. Keith, with his $85 million empire, tours the world in private jets, fills stadiums with firework-fueled performances, and collects guitars and cars like works of art. Together, they lived a life most could only dream of. Castles in Nashville, retreats in Australia, estates in Beverly Hills. Now, divided, they face the world separately, still powerful, still wealthy, but no longer side by side. In the end, their story reminds us of something hauntingly true. Money, fame, and luxury can build empires, but it can't guarantee forever. So, what do you think? Was this split inevitable, or is it the price of living under the world's spotlight? Comment your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to Luxrish, where we uncover the untold stories of billionaires, royalty, and stars who live at the edge of power and luxury.